And then I would say the next thing you would want to learn how to do is inverting. This is the one where you have to be really careful because if they're very heavy, they can squish you there, you know? But don't think about inverting as like rolling on your shoulders. Think about it as if I'm using my forearm or my humerus to keep distance with your chest, inverting to recover is using the length of my spine to keep you away from like my tailbone, right? So I showed you a little bit. Whenever you invert, it's when you can't get up to your elbow. You either do this, or if this is so heavy that you can't do that, you have to use your shoulder and pick your hips up instead, okay? So I start with this frame. I use my toes to start to roll on my side and lift my hips up, and I replace this support with my tailbone. Boom, like this. Now my forearm becomes a C grip, like that. And from here, this is where I invert, or I basically just shoulder roll and open my legs. So I do like this. And that's how I create the separation that I was creating with this, moving myself out from under. I do that with a shoulder roll, boom. And I kind of move myself away from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can't come up to my elbow. The reason I can't get up to my elbow for this inversion is because there's so much pressure on my upper body that I can't like do this, right? I'm kind of stuck. They've gotten too far up my body and they're putting so much pressure on here that I have to tuck my shoulder and pick my hips up like this. So the drill would be frame, use my toes, look how I cross my feet, pick my hips up with the idea of replacing this with my tailbone. Boom. So the length of my spine is pushing in the same spot that my forearm was, and then I C grip so that once I remove this, my arm can keep you really far away and I can move myself out from under, and then my legs kind of catch onto things and then I recover, you know? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Do you want to try some of this?
Yeah, let's try that last one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But
Yeah, you're good, man.
do you mind walking me through it though?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I'm trying to replace this with my hip for me.
Yeah, so you're on your side,
Yeah.
and there's like way too much pressure on your shoulder. So watch how I do my feet. Look at your feet. Anytime you want to lift your hips onto your shoulder, your top leg goes in front, like this. It's like your feet are where they would want to be if you were on your knees. See that? So I go here, my toes are active. My shoulder, see how it's the back of my shoulder? I tuck it to the front, look. See that? Yeah, bring your elbow down, there we go. And now you start to walk your hips up. Look how you could pass like $1 under my knees. There you go. And your legs are kind of planking, like you're kind of out here. Think about like having your knees together. See that? Yeah, so your hips are kind of pointed up. Yes. And now once you're here, now you're tucking your head and rolling onto your shoulders. Yeah. It's all good. Do you ever do these rolls? Like this?
Like Granby rolls or whatever?
Yeah, Granby rolls?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, do you do these guys? Like this? Okay, let me see.
Front rip roll or?
Yeah, front roll. I just want to see you roll on the pad of your shoulder. Good. And do this guy, look. So you go back and you touch your toes. Like that. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Now, try going back, touching your toes and stopping.
And stopping?
Yeah, and just holding your toes on the ground. Good. Okay, now final one. Touch your toes on the ground and then drop your hip to the floor. Like that. Not bad. Keep your arm in front of you. Like this. Nice. Okay, now can you do this?
Like a toddler learning to walk right now.
Ah, it's okay, dude. These are the drills that I did when I first started, so I know like they're helpful. So the last one will be going from this, taking your head out, and then going on your shoulder. See, it's about moving my head. My head is between my knees. I just kind of get it out, and now my weight's on my shoulder, like this. And that will be the reverse of what we're doing when we invert. So you touch your toes, your head's between, start to tuck it out, yep, and then you're on your shoulder. Yes, exactly. See? So now if we do this drill, boom, I'm on the outside of that. So if I want to go back to my inversion, I bring my head in. Look how I walk my hips forward so that my shoulder wants to roll. See? Less weight is on my toes. Like that. That would be the finish of this recovery. You know? Is it kind of awkward to do it in a room full of people?
No, I have no shame.
Okay, good.
All right, so this is working on the side.
Yeah, there's too much weight, so you can't. You're on your forearm. Good. Yeah. Not so much the point. See how it's like pointy?
Yeah.
Flat. There you go. Good. Yeah.
I'll switch my hips up.
Pick your hips up, and think about placing your hips where your forearm is. Right. So your tailbone is going to go on my chest. Good. So if I'm trying to put pressure on you, get your hips a little bit further in front. So walk your toes closer. Yes. So it should be like this more. Yes. You know, I think your body's too long. So not long like actually long.
Anatomically long.
Yeah, you're just too disproportionate. No. I think you're too like planked like this. So if you think about the line of your spine from your head down to your tailbone, it's kind of pointed like along the mat. Try to point that up at their chest, right? So when I walk my toes, I don't just pick my hips up. I walk my toes closer to my face. See that? Like this, and it's gonna point it more at their chest.
I see.
You know?
Your knees are almost going to your stomach then.
Super, super compacted. Yeah, so if I'm here, yep, good. Much better. And now this is where we start to walk our toes this way, tuck our head in between, and then you're rolling, boom. And that would be like the recovery, you know? That's the baby version that you're doing right now. But once you get good at it, you kind of throw their weight off balance to give you space to recover. You know, so feel if you put a lot of pressure on me, see how I aim myself at you, put pressure. Feel like the off balance here. See, it's like kind of creates this weird yoga ball scramble, and as you're like basing your hands on the ground instead of holding me, this is where I'm getting like my frames again, you know? Yeah. So.
It's the very essence of jiu-jitsu. I think I'm in a good position. All of a sudden, I'm in a worse one.
Yeah, you mean like if you were on top passing?
Pressure on you.
Yeah, and then you have like really good attacks from here too. So there's cool stuff where if I'm recovering here and I roll through, I can catch you in triangles off of this. Like, whoa, what's happening? Like, what's the equation at the end of this? Like, what's the answer? And you can catch cool stuff off of that too. You know, I don't know if that's something you want to learn, but
yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So just go on your knees. I'll just show you this triangle. So just the basics of this triangle, and we'll reverse engineer it. So if your hands are on the ground like this, I put one leg between, and then I control your arms, and now I'm using my free leg to kind of go into the position we were in, kind of using this leg to pull myself through. This foot goes in the armpit, and then I roll all the way around, and you can see like I'm far away, but you see how like this starts to create a triangle, right? Just try that little rotation. So if you're on your side, yes, this foot is here, and then you're controlling both of my arms. Yeah, so you can grab one, and then the outside of the other. From the outside. Yeah, two. And use this foot to start to invert. Yeah. Look, this is how you do it. Look, this is actually, going to be really useful. So like, if this is making contact, look at my other foot. It's like pressing on the floor. Look at my pinky toe. That's why my pinky toes stack on top of the other one. Look at like how I'm like turning my foot down like this. This is that like adaptation you get when you do jiu-jitsu for a long time. See? That would actually be really useful for you to do. Look, go on your side. Just use your bottom leg.
Push up.
And go up to your knee, like that. So you're on your side, you're on your shoulder. Yeah, stay on your elbow. Bring your elbow down here. Yeah, and let your shoulder sit on the floor, like this. So I'm just like this. Yes. Like it's not really under me. All my weight's like on my delt. Yeah, this is the point. And now look, bottom leg. Yes. And then start to lean your face forward. Yes. And see how this wants to straighten? Keep it bent. Yes. And feel your pinky toe digging in the ground and lifting your butt up like this. Yes, 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 yes. All the way to your knee and drop your knee. That's good right there. That's good. Yeah. This is a great drill to do. 1, 2, 3. Yes, good. Good. That's good. That's really good. Your pinky toe will be deformed in no time.
I've seen J-Flow's toes. They look so bad.
It's like 2 on 1. Yeah, bring that back. Good. See how non-plank like you can get. Because look, I can do this from way out here. Look. It's not useful. Bring my knee to my chest. Tuck my foot. And now I get altitude. You see what I'm saying? And I can really point my hips. So see how like compacted you can get. You know? Boom. Yeah, there you go. It's a little bit harder. There you go. Much better. Yeah. In practice, going all the way up and then dropping your knees on the floor, just like that. Good. Yes. Yeah. And to continue the drill, I would just do a sit out, lay back to my side, and then I do the same thing. Boom. Sit out, back to my side, just like that. Just get reps of that. That's what I would do.